we've talked about all these things, and yet we haven't mentioned Desperate Housewives. So which we will do now. But given the way we've been talking tonight, it was fair to say that your real deep-rooted love is the philanthropy, is education. Is it really?
Absolutely.
Even more so than the Hollywood and all that glam and all the rest of it?
Yes. I always knew acting was a means to an end. It wasn't the end goal. I knew that it was going to be a pathway to allow me to have a bigger platform, and a bigger voice, to be able to do the real job, which is going all over the world.
When you're voted sexiest woman in all these polls and everything, do you find that a little embarrassing because you'd rather to focus on something else, or do you go, well, thank you so much?
I do. I say, well, thank you.
Do you? So you're actually quite happy about that?
That's very nice of you. It's flattering. It's better than not being. It's better than being on the other list of like worst dressed or whatever. But no, I think I've said this before. Sometimes people think women can only be one thing. They can only be sexy, or they can be smart.
Yeah.
They can be a hot bombshell, but not intelligent. And so it's this really weird thing that we like to put women in boxes when most women are very complex, and they can be many things, smart and ambitious and driven and sweet and caring and motherly and matronly, but yet, ambitious and educated. So I think women are all of those things at one time.
Wonderful. And when we looking back at Desperate Housewives, of course, it was so popular in this country. People loved it. Loved your character as well, Gabby. When you look back at it now, do you look wistfully and think, well, that was a nice period of my life, that's a long time ago, or do you think, that's a definitive part of my story?
Oh, absolutely. It was life-changing, this particular show, and the phenomenon that it became. You can't really recreate that. I mean, it was just that moment in time. And
why did it become that thing?
I don't know. There's television goes in cycles.
Yeah.
And I think it was a particular voice that was missing at that time with what does the modern woman look like. And so I remember early on ABC wanted to change the name because they thought Desperate Housewives was insulting to women sometimes. And that was the point, was, these particular women, Gabby, Bree, Lynette, and Susan, did drastic things in desperate times, murder, cover-up, suicide. There was big themes in our show. So I think it was really delicious, and people could really get into it.
And done through the prism of a dark humor, too.
Super dark humor, very sharp humor.